This meeting is being recorded.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is episode 5 of season 2 of the Yellow Card Podcast. Baby, it is Diego. It is your host, Jones. We got so much to cover tonight. It's episode 5, and we got a juicy episode 5 for season 2 coming in hot from the Yellow Card Podcast. As you see, I'm rocking the Manchester United jersey today with the yellow and blue. There is a phenomenal day at Manchester United. It is a phenomenal day to be a Manchester United fan tonight. And honestly, for the rest of the week, it's been absolutely unreal. We got some major breaking news that we will dive into very shortly. But Jones, how you feeling, boss?
We're good. We're good. It's a great night. Great first couple of days of the World Cup. We're going to dive into that a little bit once we go over Diego's breaking news topic that he was discussing. So I'm very excited, man. It's been a good weekend. As someone who's traveling this weekend, I am excited to see the fact that my early ass flights have soccer coverage on them. So I'm all in.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It is a holiday weekend here in the U.S. I know a bunch of people from Europe tune in each and every single week to listen to us. We appreciate your support and tuning in every single week. It is a holiday weekend here in the U.S. as we prepare to celebrate Thanksgiving. We come together with family. Some of us travel across the country. Some of us travel across the region. So a lot of people traveling this weekend in the U.S. And as the world travel in itself comes across, news are traveling across the pond because there is a lot to uncover today. First and foremost, the Yellow Card Podcast had it first. It was one of the very first sources across the Twitter platform this afternoon. We were one of the very first news related podcasts that found out that Cristiano Ronaldo was being let go with immediate effect via a mutual agreement by the player and the club from Manchester United. At this time, Ronaldo does not have a club that he belongs to at this moment. His main focus is the World Cup. His main focus is their first matchup coming up against Ghana in the World Cup. So their central focus right now is just Portugal versus Ghana at this time. You gotta love it. Absolutely gotta love it. Second pair of news is we found out this week that AJ De La Garza is retiring as well from soccer altogether. The man has called it, a career, phenomenal career. If you've been following us all along the Yellow Card Podcast, you know that we interviewed AJ De La Garza the first week that he joined the New England Revolution. Amazing guy and an amazing person. His family is an amazing group of people. We wish him nothing but the best in his retirement. And honestly, the Luca Knows Heart organization continues. Make sure that you support, as Jones is doing right now by wearing some of the merchandise. Absolutely beautiful. Second pair of news coming up to episode 5 on Yellow Card Podcast is, once again, we were also one of the very first news outlets to find out that the Glazers family could be out effective this year as soon as the sale is processed for Manchester United. It is the moment that we've all been waiting for since 2005 after the takeover from the Glazers. Since 2010, after the major protests that happened at Old Trafford, where a bunch of people, unfortunately, some people got hurt. Unfortunately, some people even died on that day. But the Glazers are looking to be out of ownership at Manchester United. They have hired the Rain Group, the same exact group that has helped Chelsea in their sale from Roman Abramovich to Todd Bowley. The same group that is helping the Fenway Sports Group as well find a suitable buyer for Liverpool. And now the same exact group that will be investing in finding a buyer for Manchester United. As the news continue to roll in regards to Manchester United, there are several candidates right now lining up to be able to take over Manchester United, as the price tag for the club right now is to be rumored anywhere around between 5 and 7 billion euros for the club, which is a very, very fitting number for a lot of buyers right now in the market looking to position themselves with one of the biggest clubs, if not the biggest club right now in soccer. We know that shares for Manchester United have increased by over 17% value in the stock market. So continue to monitor these news as Manchester United's value will continue to increase. Some of the questions that I have for you, Jones, in regards to this is, we know that we spoke about last week that Ronaldo could have played his very last match as a Manchester United player, and we were dead on that. Coming to find out this week that, it was his last week as a Manchester United player. But after this interview, after analyzing what has transpired, and after some of the thoughts that you and I discussed on episode 4, how much does this Glazers out movement and developing news right now have to do with the interview? Was the interview the nail in the coffin, or what do you think in your opinion as an outsider?
I just think that the Ronaldo interview definitely helped spike up the rumors a little bit, but I think this has been a long time coming for the Glazer family and Manchester United. They needed desperately a new leaf to turn over on. The fact of the matter is that they haven't won a title since 2012 in the Premier League. So they desperately, especially for a rich club like this, they desperately need some change. And I think here, the fact that the Glazers are already ready to move out, I think shows that they have heard everybody loud and clear, and they've just kind of been waiting to see what the club would look like. I think obviously with Erik ten Hag, there's a bright future there, and whatever the ownership looks like after the Glazers are leaving. However, at the end of the day, as a Liverpool fan, it kind of stinks because now you're starting to believe the Manchester United might be back to its old ways. And if that's the case, Manchester might be going back to red because it's been very blue lately. Manchester might just find its way back to red with these new owners.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think, to be quite frankly honest with you, I think that the exposure that the Ronaldo interview got via Piers Morgan and unfortunately all the media coverage that got, I think it definitely was a step forward towards making sure that that finally the Glazers decided to opt out. And it was something that earlier in the year, we kind of heard that the Glazers might be looking to potentially sell, but I think this interview definitely pushed that movement forward. So more to be developed, more to find out over the next 24, 48 hours. So make sure that if you're not following the Yellow Card Podcast on Twitter, that you do so at this moment. At Podcast Card is our Twitter handle. Make sure that you're following us, or make sure that you follow us on TikTok, as we will continue to post more content in regards to Manchester United and all the World Cup related stuff. Now let's transition over to the World Cup. First week of the World Cup, first 8 matches, a lot of surprises here, a lot of stories written. Let's go over some of them. Jones, take it over.
So do you want to go over the slate so far?
Let's go over some of the major storylines. First and foremost, Qatar being the very first nation in over some number of years now to be the host nation that first loses their opening match at a World Cup. They lost to Ecuador 2-0, which, by the way, kudos to you by nailing the exact score on opening night against Qatar. Kudos to you. What are some other storylines that we can go over?
I think the first one is England dominating Iran like we thought they would. Obviously, them putting up 6 is something that we didn't see coming. But once Iran's goalkeeper got injured in the first 10 minutes, you knew it was trending that way. I think Senegal showed me a lot, man. I mean, yes, at the end of the day, they lose 2-0 to the Netherlands, but they played the Netherlands tough the first 80 minutes of the game. And I think with that group, they can sneakily work their way into the top 2 and move on.
Yeah.
U.S. and Wales, U.S. cost themselves 3 points. Zimmerman, there's no reason for that tackle, man, in the box in a key moment in the game like that. It cost your team 2 extra points, and it potentially cost your team a chance to move on to the group stage. Not looking ahead, but I mean, they have to play England, which will be a tough draw regardless. You and I both agreed with that. They needed to win this game against Wales in order to solidify it. But now you're going to need some help. You're going to need – so you need the point in the next matchup against England because you need England to actually care enough for that third game against Wales, because if not, and they put out their B team and Wales beats them, then you're screwed.
Yep.
So realistically, this next game, you really need to have to step up here for the United States. The biggest surprise of them all, Saudi Arabia beating Argentina 2-1 today. Argentina just did not look like itself. The team chemistry is not there, man. They were heavy favorites coming in, but the chemistry, man, they were just throwing it up the right wing and hoping that something would happen for it. Zero chemistry from this team. They need to be a lot better, especially with Mexico coming up on the horizon for them. Denmark and Tunisia with the draw. I think Tunisia played a hell of a game. I think that's a win for them. The fact that Denmark had it so close and couldn't find the back of the net there, I think is a win. Mexico and Poland drawing. I think Ochoa just doing what he does best, man. Comes to play in the World Cup and was a big reason why Mexico got the point today. And France and Australia. Australia jumps out early with a 1-0 win. 1-0 lead, excuse me. But after, I think the worst thing they did was get out in front early, because then they tried to play defense in there, 4-1-4-1, and it just doesn't work that way. France came out, 4 goals. Olivier Giroud, one of the most underrated forwards of our generation, in my honest opinion. And yeah, France looked good, but still plenty of ways to go. We get the Wednesday slate. First game, Morocco and Croatia. I'll start first really quick. I think Croatia wins this 2-0. Morocco is probably one of the worst teams in the FIFA World Cup. I think Croatia, especially with it potentially being Luka Modric's last ride in the FIFA World Cup, I think they're going to go balls to the wall. I think they win 2-0 here.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm actually going with a 3-1 score for Croatia. I think Croatia has the possibility to actually be a major team in this World Cup. I agree with your assessment on Morocco, unfortunately, but more to be seen. Of course, I mean, we kind of say the same sad thing about Saudi Arabia coming into Argentina, and Saudi Arabia shocked the world today. So.
Yep.
I think at this point we can't really underrate any team at this point. So
that's true. All right, what about Germany and Japan? I got Germany squeaking out 1-0 win. I think Japan's going to play them tough defensively, and realistically, I think Germany's just going to squeak out a victory here.
Okay. So what's your score?
1-0.
1-0 Germany. Okay. I'm actually going with a 3-1 Germany score. I don't think Japan is as strong of a team as they usually tend to be. I think Germany, in its own possibilities, has a very good core. A lot of these people are thriving at Bayern Munich, and that's why I see a stronger chemistry in Germany than we've seen in Argentina. So 3-1 Germany.
All right, next one. Spain and Costa Rica. I have Spain squeaking out 2-0 here.
I got a 2-1 score for Spain. I think Costa Rica will play them tough. I do think that the Spain will squeak a last-minute goal by something Alvaro Morata or maybe even Pedri could score.
Next we have is Belgium and Canada.
This is a tough matchup for Canada. With Belgium. I do think, though, that Canada could potentially surprise. I'm not going to go with a surprise score. However, I'm going to go with a 2-1 score for Belgium.
This is why I should have went first. It starts, man. Same thing. I think Canada keeps it close. Belgium gets it done. In the end there, I also have 2-1. All right, we got Switzerland and Cameroon on Thanksgiving morning, 5 a.m. If anybody's going to be watching.
Yeah. I actually got Cameroon winning this one against the Swiss. 1-0 Cameroon.
I fucking hate you. I thought I was going to be different here. I thought I was going to be the only one taking Cameroon out of us two. But I also have Cameroon winning 1-0. I just think, we see it, the way that these African teams play in the World Cup is phenomenal. I think Cameroon is going to bring it up to a level that Switzerland's not ready for. 1-0.
I like it.
All right, Uruguay and the Korea Republic. I'm going to go Uruguay 2-0. I know Son's playing, but I don't think he's 100%. I really don't trust this Korean team.
I'm going 3-1 Uruguay.
Okay, next one, Portugal and Ghana.
1-0 Portugal.
I'm going 1-1 draw here. I think there's so much of a distraction of the Cristiano Ronaldo thing that I think Portugal is going to be shaken up a little bit. I think Ghana is going to do what they do best, that's get under people's skin. And I realistically do think that they get the job done and get the point out of it. So I'll go 1-1. Brazil and Serbia.
I got Brazil winning this one 4-1.
I got to win in 3-0. I think they're going to kill Serbia. Friday slate, Wales and Iran. I got Wales squeaking out a 1-0 victory.
Oh, we like that. I got Wales winning that one 3-0.
Qatar and Senegal.
I got Senegal demolishing Qatar at home. I got Senegal winning this one 4-0.
I got to win in 2-0 here. All right. We got the Netherlands and Ecuador.
I got this one going for Ecuador's favor 2-1.
See, I agree with you in a sense that I think Ecuador plays them tough, but I think the Netherlands are just going to be good enough. I'll give the Netherlands 1-0. England and the U.S.
Oh man, this was a tough one, and I didn't even want to get down to this one yet. But I do think England beats the U.S. on this one. 1-0 England.
England 1-0.
Yep.
I think the best case scenario for us was the fact that England won convincingly against Iran. I think the confidence is up a little bit. I think the U.S. will come and shock the world. I don't think they beat them, but I think they get the 1-1 draw.
Okay.
Tunisia and Australia.
I got Australia winning this one 2-0.
I think Tunisia keeps up the intensity in the defense that we saw from this past game. I'm actually going to go to 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw, all right.
Let's go Poland and Saudi Arabia. I think Poland bounces back in a big way here, but I think they squeak out a victory. I'm going to go Poland 1-0.
I was going to go with the same score.
Okay, perfect. All right, then we got France and Denmark.
I got France.
After the convincing performance today, I like Denmark even more. I'm going to go Denmark 2-1. You were saying France?
Yeah, I'm going to go with France 2-1.
Okay. Argentina and Mexico.
I got Argentina winning this one in a close match 3-2.
So you got Argentina?
Yep.
I'm going with a 1-1 draw. I think Ochoa and company is going to be very, very good. Japan and Costa Rica.
Costa Rica 1-0.
I'm going to take Japan actually 2-1. Belgium and Morocco.
Belgium 3-0.
I'm going to take Belgium with you 3-0 as well.
Okay.
Croatia and Canada.
I got Croatia winning this one 2-0.
I have a 1-1 draw between these two teams.
Okay.
Spain and Germany.
This one's a tie for me 2-2.
Fuck you. I have a 2-2 draw for them as well. Cameroon and Serbia.
Serbia winning this one 1-0.
I'm gonna say Cameroon 2-0. Korea Republic and Ghana.
Ghana winning this one 1-0.
Same score. Brazil and Switzerland.
Brazil winning this one 2-0.
I have them winning 2-1. Portugal and Uruguay.
I got this one in a draw 1-1.
I'm gonna take Uruguay 2-0. Ecuador and Senegal.
This one is a tie for me, 1-1 draw.
I'm gonna go Senegal 1-0. Netherlands and Qatar. I'm gonna go Netherlands 4-0. What do you got?
I got Netherlands 6-1.
All right. Iran and the U.S.
I got the U.S. winning this one 3-1.
I got U.S. 3-0. And then Wales and England.
I got England winning this one 2-1.
I got England winning 2-0. All right, that does it for all those.
All right, so that does it for our predictions for the World Cup round. We're going all the way until Tuesday, November 29th. Unfortunately, we are both on holiday break. We will be away with our families, but we will be live on Twitter, tweeting like crazy, putting out updates and all that stuff, putting out a lot of content on TikTok as well. For the opening week, both Jones and myself find ourselves at 5-3. So we'll find out how we do for the rest of the slate after all the matches up until November 29th. But until then, if you are listening to us from the U.S., happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays to all of you from the Yellow Card Podcast family here. For all those in Europe, continue to enjoy the fantastic time it is. It's World Cup time. Enjoy it with families, enjoy it with your close friends. And for all of you, have a wonderful week. Thank you all so much for signing off. Episode 5, Diego and Jones.